Hi, this is Peter with Quilter Labs, here to show you our 45 series of amplifiers. What we have here today for you is our MicroBlock 45, InterBlock 45, and our InterBass. Now, all these amplifiers are about as loud as a 22-watt tube amp, and they're all powered by our 24-volt supply, which conveniently fits between the rails of a pedal tray and pedal board. So a couple key differences between them to help you decide which one's right for you. First of all, the MicroBlock and the InterBlock are aimed at guitar players. So the MicroBlock is about the size of a deck of cards. Got very basic controls: gain, tri-Q, and master. On the top side here, there's an auxiliary input for use with tracks as well as a headphone out. So you don't need a speaker load on any of these amps. They're all great for quiet practice at night through headphones. The InterBlock 45 has a full EQ section, 2 voicings, an effects loop, a headphone line out jack right here, as well as a kind of dual purpose switch here. There's cabinet simulation you can put on the line out, and an optional FR/FR mode for use with modern modeling systems where you might want to pass that through. And for the auxiliary input, it's kind of a bonus feature. If you go into the effects return here, it'll do what the MicroBlock 45 does and mix that input 50-50 with your signal so you can play quietly with tracks at night or through a loudspeaker if you like. Lastly, our InterBass is aimed at bass players. You might be thinking 45 watts, is that enough for bass? It's actually enough to do something. This is great for small gigs at coffee shops or practicing at home, as well as it makes a great bass DI because it has a lot of the features from our InterBlock 45, but for bass players. So you have a bass type switch here, active or passive, to control input clipping. You have an effects loop for use with all of your pedals. The same balance out, headphone line out, so you can switch which way it's working. And then this speaker only switch down here, this FR vintage mode. What FR does is it makes it like a modern bass amp, so it's kind of stiffer and faster response. Vintage makes it like an old SVT amp, so it's squishy and nice and round. So you can hear sound clips of each of these on their own product page. They all work well, of course, with our cabinets. If you need a cabinet, we have our block docks here for the guitar line. Be sure to check out our bass dock and bassliner series of cabinets as well for use with the InterBass. Thank you.